So this is our home page. As you can see, we're not currently logged in. It says welcome guest. I hit the sign in button and it should go away and sign me in the background, and there we have it, Very Eclectic 2015. At this point it has in the PHP session a copy of the user ID, a copy of the authorization token, and one or two other simple things. So here's our home screen. As you can see, we're not logged in. It says welcome guest. This time when I hit the sign in button, it should ask me for my username and password. So I'll just type that in. And the password, do a login. And as you can see, I'm now logged in. If I hit the logout button, it will remove all the stuff from the session variable, and we're back to the start. Okay, so we're logged into Paul's Cool Tools. As you can see, we have a series of buttons across the top here, and they take us to various places. This first button is the home button, and it basically just takes us back to this home page with a series of instructions for the user. So our first button is tags. It brings up a form that asks us for various things so that it can do a search on tags. What happens is that it takes the included words, it flushes them through a thesaurus service, finding all the synonyms, and then it does a lookup on Instagram for those tags. It pulls back the tags that are in use and the number of media items against those tags, and then displays them. So if you put in excluded words, it will prune out any words from the point where it comes back the thesaurus search, and then do the search on Instagram using those excluded words. Included text, if you want to add things other than tags into this area here, which is basically a block of tags that are ready to be pasted into Instagram, then you might put it there. Max tells the application how many tags to bring back as a maximum. Instagram only allows up to 30. Generally, I find that you're better off having more than 30, so that when you come back to pruning things, you can actually make sure you have valid tags that really relate to your topic, your media item. Things like macro can mean many different things. It can mean a photograph that is taken as a close-up, but generally most of the posts on the macro tag tend to be about fitness and healthy eating. So if we did a search on fish and crustaceans, and we wanted to leave out shrimp, and we'll put a tag on the front saying Paul's Fish with a max of 30, hit submit. On this left hand side it brings up a bit of information about what it's actually doing. This is what it has sent to Instagram, or rather to my back end, and it's come back. So the first thing it is offering me is food share, and as you can see it has a total of 1,990,000 odd pieces of media in it. The total for this group of tags is this number here. As you can see, it's put in my include on the front, Paul's Fish, and then the top 30 tags in a block ready to be pasted in. It tells me what each tag has in terms of number of media. I would now take that block of tags, put it into, if I feel that it's getting close to the meaning of my media piece, I would take that, I would plug it into a text editor, and I would go through and remove any tags that don't actually fit. So that is the tags tool. So here we are, we're going to try the media button. It's going to go away, it's going to get all my pictures, and it's going to put them in two tables in order of number of likes and number of comments. And here we go. So, media. So I've got 337 media. On that media I've got 40,000 likes, with an average of about 118 per piece of media. On the comments side, I've got 337 media, just under 2,000 comments, with an average of 6 per media. These are all useful metrics for your brand or owner or advertiser to see how well they are performing across their whole gallery. So it's put all my media into two tables, and it's got three sortable columns in each table. So if I hit the likes button, it will reorder it in order of likes going up. So here we have the cassowary, which has the least number of likes of all. You can do the same with days. This is something that I posted yesterday, so it's within 1 day of when I posted it. Or we can use the calculated metric of likes per day. This has got 0.02. If we do it the other way, this cotton top tamarind that I posted today has a metric of 121. And you do exactly the same with the comments. So this allows the brand owner or advertiser to actually see their media, see how their audience are responding to it, and get some feel for what's being successful and what isn't, so that they can then tune their media to their audience and gain a great attraction against Instagram. Our next tool manages comments for the brand owner or advertiser. What you're trying to do is to create a community around your brand, a community around your advertising campaign, and one of the things you need to do to actually do that is to talk to the people who are commenting on your media. Now, it can be quite hard to find the comments unless you're just happy to look at what was commented on your most recent piece of media. So this tool attempts to help out with that simply by finding the comments. It doesn't actually respond to the comments, it just finds them for you and puts you in a place where it's easy to comment. So currently it's walking through my media stream, it's looking for comments. It looks like it's found two pieces of media that have comments on them. Here's one. As you can see, that comment is from me, and to make sure we capture everything, it airs on the side of caution. So I can just delete that tab, which is the Instagram account, and the other one is my cotton top tamarind. And as you can see, I have a comment there. I would then go and I will put @social20cent and put in my comment, my response to their comment, saying thank you, and usually asking them a question. Once I've done that, I'll just hit get rid of that tab. And then we come to the second part of the tool. I want to know what timestamp I was up to when I started responding to those comments. This way I can be sure I catch all the comments after that the next time I come through. So I hit checkpointing. It asks me to confirm that I actually want to do it, which I don't. And then it takes the timestamp of when I first hit the respond button and updates the table in my database so that that's the next time that I'm checking against. So when respond goes out and checks the picture, all it does is it looks for any comments that occurred after the timestamp. In other words, the timestamp of when I last hit the respond button. My last tool in the set at this time is support. And what this does is it goes out and looks at all my pictures and counts up how many people, who has commented lots, who has liked lots, and then proceeds to order them in order. So it finds the person who has made the most likes and the person who has made the most comments. In Instagram culture, because comments are always considered to be much more valuable than likes alone, it assigns a score of 5 to each comment and a score of 1 to each like. It then orders the names in order of that score. As you can see, it takes a while to do this because it's doing lots of Instagram calls for each picture. We're nearly finished now. We only go up to 327. It's got a lot of different things it's trying to bring together about each picture, which is why it takes so long. Okay, so now it's looking at the followers themselves, getting whether or not they're a follower, and now it's preparing to display, so it's pulling back all those URLs of the thumbnails to get pictures of the avatar of each Instagram user. So as you can see, my best follower is Arbengami. He has a score of 247. Yes, he is a follower, and at some stage I have recognized him. Across the top it tells you your actual reach of this thing. Basically my followers have got a score together of 9,214, whereas my non-followers have a score of 25,000. So this account has a very, very long reach outside my followers. So if we look down here, here's a guy, Dirk Salman Kabarak. He has been fairly active in liking and commenting on my media with a score of 151, but he's not a follower. And for that reason, and also because he actually has a private account, I have not actually recognized him. All the top ones have been recognized, and then we get down into the ones that generally aren't recognized. So this is the area where things are changing every week. So that's just the way it is. Now, there are many ways that you can reward people being engaged and thus build further engagement and community around your stream. Some people do competitions, have giveaways, that kind of thing. Seeing as I'm always skint and I must have a Scottish background, what I generally do is something that is free. And so what I have been doing is reposts or shout outs. And so if I hit a button here, repost, let's find someone that I haven't done it for. What about this lady Louise? Hit repost. It's going out and it's going to pull back all her pictures in thumbnail format and just display them in a grid. This allows me to quickly look through all her items and then choose one for reposting. This is, here we go. As you can see, here's all her pictures, just in thumbnail. Gets all of them. So I look through them and I choose one, let's say this one. I click it and it goes away and it processes it. So it pulls back the full-size image. It wraps a frame around it. It puts her avatar on there in a circle. Says who the picture is by, and also gives a link to her Instagram account. Now let's say I'm having trouble choosing, then I might choose something else. Here's another picture, just waiting for it, and it does exactly the same thing. When I want to save it, ready for reposting, I do a right click and do a save image as. Very simple, very straightforward.